Men are charged with murder in an 18-wheeler crash scheme. That trial began this morning.
WWL Louisiana was the first to report on this case with our highway robbery series back in 2019. 5 defendants were convicted of fraud earlier this year. And Rachel Hanley is at the federal courthouse downtown. Rachel, this trial will be even more intense than the last. Lots going on with this one.
It will be. This is the trial of the man who prosecutors essentially say was the leader of this operation. Not only that, the last trial we saw was for fraud charges. Serious federal fraud charges, yes, but this one will also include a murder charge. Here's what happened that got us to this point in this case and what we expect to happen next in this trial. For years, prosecutors say Sean Alfortish ran a massive insurance fraud scheme.
Insurance fraud is not a victimless crime. It is a crime that destroys businesses, impacts lives, and disrupts our society.
They accuse him of arranging for people to run into 18-wheelers on purpose, more than 100 of them. Then Alfortish's fiancée at the time, Vanessa Mata, would collect big insurance payouts through her law firm. Mata, another lawyer, and the firm itself were convicted of a long list of federal charges in March.
This is a glaring example of what happens when lawyers push the boundaries in a way that it was never intended by the Code of Ethics or the Code of Professional Responsibility.
Then, in May, the court indicted Alfortish and another man, Leon Parker, who went by Chunky, on even more serious charges. On top of the staged accident scheme, Alfortish is accused of hiring Parker to kill a key witness. Cornelius Garrison was a so-called slammer himself, the nickname for the drivers who would crash cars into 18-wheelers. Then Garrison started cooperating with the FBI in their investigation of the scheme. In 2020, Garrison was gunned down outside his mother's house in Gentilly. Another man, Ryan Harris, already pleaded guilty to charges connected with that murder last year. Monday, jury selection began in Alfortish and Parker's trial. Once it's over, opening statements will begin the following day. The trial is expected to last for weeks. When I stepped out of the courtroom about half an hour, 45 minutes ago, they were still interviewing jurors. And as I said, we started with 100 of them this morning. So I don't think that jury selection should be finished by the end of today. It's looking likely that opening statements will start on Wednesday morning in this case.